Good morning, everybody. This is Rick Thomas from Obsolete Video Services. Hey, guys. All right. I've been working on the Sony Av-8650 Part 2 for a couple days now, making some great progress. So today we are feeding what's called color bars through the unit. I have a pre-made up color bar DVD that I use for bench testing. So it's got about an hour worth of video on it in color bars, and we are trying to record to the machine. I don't get many requests where people actually want to record to these things, but I guess he wants to actually make a color bar test for production, which I can understand. But as far as recording, I don't know anybody that records with these things anymore. But anyways, we're running a color bar test, feeding in a color bars and tone. And as you can tell, we're getting dead on. All right, the video level is dead on, which is with that little black mark is that tells you got perfect color bar levels. And then if you look at the audio is dead on with at the break before saturation or peaking. Now for color bars, that's where that should actually be. So we're actually got good color bars and tone, and good video color, and it's actually in color. So we're trying to record a color bar tape. So we'll see if this is going to work out. I haven't recorded with one of these in years, so it's we'll see how that is. I did notice that the when I first got it up in color, when I pressed the button and record to get it to loop video through the deck, I did notice the color did not come up right away. So that gives me a great clue to what's actually going on here. But now, as you can see, we got it in color. So basically what I did is I hit the switch, black and white color for a second, and then the color came right back up. That's definitely a dirty issue, meaning cleaning issue. So we're going to go into the board and clean that board. I got a feeling it's not making good contact from fatigue and age. Possibly capacitors, but I really very seldom ever come across a capacitor problem on a Sony AV8650. I mean, I've had unbelievably great luck with them for years and checking the boards. I don't think it's a capacitor. I think it's just very dirty from fatigue and sitting. So I'm gonna have to go to the proper trimmers, clean them, readjust them, and so they can get some good contact. What they do is they use grease in the trimmers when they make them. And sometimes that grease gets funky, and the contact from that to the little carbon disc for the resistance, it just doesn't make very good contact anymore, and it gets fatigued. And so sometimes you have to actually take the boards out and clean them and get that, basically spray that grease away so you can get the trimmer cleaned again, so it's making good contact. That's what I think is the problem on this. It's very similar to the other deck he sent me. So anyways, troubleshooting is not too hard. You have to project elimination pretty much. These units pretty much, I can't even remember the last time I actually even changed a capacitor out on one of these. I mean, the capacitors were relatively pretty good on these units. The older units were the bigger problem. Those are the ones that really went bad. But these Sony models were very prone for the motor run capacitors. It's a big can. They were made very cheap at that time, and they used the dielectric material inside. It just gets very gooky from the decades of sitting, and they go bad. I get the motor run capacitors in these machines bad all the time on the Sony models. So like I said, guys, everything's project elimination. I've been working on these a very long time. So decades I've been working on these techs, and so I know what to look for. And now that we got the mechanics all up and going up at the top, the skew is going to be the last thing I'm going to try to repair. But we're going to concentrate on the color issue, trying to record a test tape and see if we can get some color bars on it. That's the step we're taking today. And of course, always the problem is the side color board on the side is usually the issue, especially if it's not jumping in color right away. The color balances in the back where you can set the color when it starts to shift. But we got that deadlocked, so we're going to actually work on the color board like we did on the other unit and get it cleaned. I think it's a contact issue, but we're just running a test tape now. So all video feeds in and out and audio going to this deck. It's looping through off the DVD. We're monitoring it on the monitor right here. So I'm playing the DVD with color bars in the machine, out of the machine, to the monitor. And so basically it's recording what's ever being fed from the DVD itself. So hope you guys enjoyed this video.